Okay, Netivot Shalom. So we're going to do Parashat Chayai Sara. It's unbelievable how the Parashiot are coming right after another. We do page Kuf Lamed Dalet. Kinyan Marat HaMachpelah La'achuzat Kever. Right, so Sarah died, whatever the reason was. And now Abraham is going to buy a place to bury her. Right, the Marat HaMachpelah. How do you translate the Machpelah to English? What's the word for it? How do you translate it in Art Scroll?
A great question. Where is it? The beginning of Sara?
The Parashat, yeah. Where Mordechai disappeared.
He must to get an art scroll. You got the art scroll there, Mordechai.
He's not here.
Then who is that?
Nobody, just you and me. He dropped.
What are you talking about? I'm right here.
Where? I didn't see you. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Is
Okay. Okay.
something weird.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. So Machpelah in English, in Hebrew, is like something which is double. So this is the cave of the double, right? Because they were buried there in couples, right? Adam and Chava, Abraham and Sarah, right?
I have to ask
Rivka.
I'm sorry. I have to ask the
No,
question.
it translates Machpelah as a name. It's the name of the cave.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Uh-huh.
Cave
So,
of Machpelah, which is his on the edge
okay.
of the field.
Okay. So Machpelah is kaful. Kaful is double. And they were buried by couples, right? So that's basically. But okay. So they translated it to a name.
Adam and Chava, how did they get there? Did they get there because they were there and he happened to buy a place where they were buried?
Not happened to be. It was known that Adam and Chava were buried there, and he wanted to Sarah to be buried there. You know, they were all Nevi'im, right? And they all had Ruach HaKodesh.
Oh, so when he picked it, because obviously we have to look in the I guess a medrash.
Yeah. So in the Parashat of Kvurat Sarah, burial of Sarah, in this Parashat, in the Marat HaMachpelah, and the acquisition from Ephron, we find, right, that the Holy Torah, שהתורה הקדושה שאותיותיה ספורות וכל תיבה בקדושה, that the Holy Torah, each word is counted and each word is holy. Talking lengthily about the acquisition and the negotiation they have and everything between Avram and Nechet, what Avram asked them, what did they reply to him, right? And we need to explain, like, what's going on, why the Torah is teaching us this story. In a simple way, we can say that maybe just the continuance of the Torah in this parsha that is showing us about the chesed of Avraham Avinu, and including the burial of Sarah, because he was doing chesed with his deceased wife, right? To teach us about how he was doing things, right? Not only chesed with the live people, but also with the dead. And he was putting an effort. He was mishtadel in the burial of Sarah, in the appropriate respect. And he didn't want to receive it as a gift, as a present, for free. Because when, you know, it's like a pchitut kavod. It's like showing that there is a less respect. Right? Like, let's say that your friend have a birthday and you're giving him a present. And instead of buying a present, somebody's giving you something, or you run into some place that they're giving freebies, and you take these freebies and you're giving him as a present. It's not nice. Because it's not the giving the present, it's not the value of that item, it's more of the attention and what's behind it, right? That you respect him, you love him, etc. So the same thing, burying Sarah in a place that we're giving him by free, it's not good. It's not a good respect. And that's why he wanted to buy it with money, right? To do a real financial transaction to show the respect in perfection. Okay, so maybe that's why the Torah was teaching us about this, about to teach us about the chesed of Abraham, that he did with the dead and with the live people. ויש לומר, and we can say furthermore, right? So of course it's not good enough for us. I mean, it's good, but we want to know about, how is it related to us today? Because the Torah is not just teaching us about history. ויש לומר, we can say, כאשר מדייקים בלשון הכתוב, דיוק is to be precise. And that's why I think it's very important to learn it in the original language in the Hebrew, because the English translation is, lost in context. I'm sorry. So we found a shinui, some kind of a deviation or difference between Avraham words to Bnei Chet. Avraham is constantly asking them in Lashon of Tnuli achuzat kever. Right? Achuz is something that you're holding. ואילו בני חת משיבים לו בלשון קבר, and they say kever, right? A grave. He wants give me an achuzat grave, and they say the grave. במבחר קברנו, in the best of our grave, you should bury your dead. A person will not spare his grave from you, right? במבחר קברנו קבור, את מותיך, איש ממנו את קברו לא יכלה, right? Bury them in the best grave that we have. Which means, they hold that the inyan, the burial, is like a goy holding that the grave is just a place to put the dead body until it will deteriorate and become nothing in the ground. But Avraham Avinu מדבר על אחוזת קבר. Achuzah is something that you hold. Achuzah, you can also say like a mansion. When somebody have like a farm and a mansion, said, oh, you have an achuzah, you have a big place. But it's also something that you hold on to the ground. So his relates to the kvura, or his approach to the kvura, to the burial, is a very holy thing. And the explanation is that Avraham Avinu was the father and the head of all the believers, right? Because he's the one that actually started the first Kiruv organization. His job was to spread the word in the world, the word of faith. And including in that, the faith in the resurrection of the dead. And that was his goal, his attention, when he was speaking to Bnei Chet, to spread that faith about remaining of the soul and the resurrection of the dead. So when we die in 120, it's the body, yes, the body, the vessel that holds the part of the soul in this world is gone, is no longer functioning, right? The body, the heart is not beating, the brain doesn't make any wave, whatever, it's just a piece of meat. But Avraham Avinu was teaching them about the soul. The soul is still alive. And later on, it will reincarnate into a body in the resurrection of the dead. And therefore, he was talking about achuzat kever, that have a significant meaning, because the soul is infinite, and you need to put it in a place, in a holy place, until his neshama will come back in the resurrection. And therefore, Avraham Avinu specifically wanted to buy it in full money, full price. Because if it's just a dead body, a piece of meat that you don't care about what's going to happen, then you can get as a freebie, as a gift. But achuzat kever, to bury the Jew that you know that is going to be resurrected later on, and there is a isha'arut nefesh, the soul remain, and in the future he will rise again with that body, you need to buy in a full price. And deeper than that, we should say, יש לומר, בעל פי מאן דאיתא, in the holy book it says, שנחלה נמצאת ברשות גוי שורה עליה טומאה. So the land of Israel, if it is in the possession of a goy, there is a tumah. And anyone that is holding a nachala in the land of Israel is like causing the tumah to dwell in the land of Israel, in the Holy Land. In order to return the Gedusha to that piece of land, you need to acquire it in full price, full money. Only if you get it, because if you get it as a gift, as a present, the tumah will not go away. Only by having a kinyan with money, kesef over lesocher, then you will be able to acquire the land, and then you can get rid of the Tuma in that place, and that place will gain back the Kedusha of the land, of Kedusha Taretz. And therefore, Avraham Avinu didn't want to bury Sarah, although it was the land of Israel, Marat HaMachpelah, but because it was held by Ephron, he wanted to pay him the money to get rid of the Tuma and to bury Sarah in a holy place. And that's why he needed to buy first, pay for that, get rid of the Tuma, and only then he could bury Sarah in the Marat HaMachpelah. And this is what he mentioned, again, Achuzat Kever, because the Achuzat Kever have to be a place that is a holy place. So this is actually resembling the same concept of Masrot in Eretz Israel. You're not familiar, or you don't know about this mitzvah, but because here we always buy our fruits and vegetables from the shops, and basically from the Torah, the mitzvah of Meiser is in the land of Israel. Today we're doing it not to forget, but specifically in the land of Israel, when you have fruits and vegetables, then you have to do a Meiser, which means that you take whatever you have. If you didn't buy it in a place like a supermarket or in some kind of establishment that they do the Masrot, if you're picking up from the tree, for example, like I used to do in Israel almost every day, I didn't go to the supermarket for oranges, for avocados. We have trees, lychees, papayas, whatever. So you take the fruit, and there is a nosach, and you're cutting piece of the fruit, and it's depend on the year. Some year it's Meiser Ani, some year it's Meiser Sheni. You take a piece of it. You don't have to do 10% like it used to be, which goes to the Levi. And you say a nosach, and you put it in a bag or whatever, and you throw it away. But there is a Kedusha. So specifically for Meiser Sheni. So what do? You need to transfer the Kedusha somewhere. So you take a piece of coin, money, and you say the piece that every Siddur has Truma to Masrot, and you said, okay, this piece here is supposed to be 10% or whatever, then it's just a piece, a shiur, that's supposed to go to the Levi. It's not going to go to the Levi, and I'm going to transfer the Kedusha to the money, because in the Masrot, in the old time, in the Maser Sheni, used to bring it to Yerushalayim and eat it over there. But if you're not going to go to Yerushalayim just to eat the vegetables and the fruits, basically the fruits that you have, then you wait. So until you wait, let's say it will take you a few months, in the meantime it's going to get rotten. So the same value of the fruit you transfer to a coin or whatever, and then when you go to Yerushalayim, you use that coin to buy the fruit or the food that you want to eat there. So what's going on here? Basically, it's not about the food. It's about the Kedusha that the food has in it. So if the fruit is getting rotten, then the Kedusha, it's like metaphorically will get rotten. So you transfer the Kedusha from the food to the coin. And basically at the end of the Shana, of the basically Shnat Shemitah, you take the coin and you need to destroy it, because now it have a Kedusha that you need to get rid of it. So what you do is like, okay, you can throw it to the sea or whatever, or you can do another thing. You said the Kedusha in the coin, I will transfer it to this few ounces of sugar. And you take the few ounces of sugar and you wash them down the drain. So this is the same thing that the Netivot Shalom is teaching us, is that if the land of Israel, whatever part of it belong to a goy, it doesn't have the Kedusha that it's supposed to have, and you have to acquire it with money. You have to transfer it. And then when you acquire the land, you will have the Kedusha in the... Another reason, right? So that was another reason why Abraham insists not to get it for free. And another reason here, he said, why Abraham refused to get it as a gift, as it says in Mishlei, V'soneh matanot yichyeh. Who is going to live? Somebody that hates gifts. שכל דבר שבקדושה צריך להיות בכסף מלא ומתנה היא דבר שנוא. It's like anything that to do with the Kedusha have to be acquired with the full price, and a freebie is a hated thing. And it says in בחז"ל, in מסכת יומא, it says, שקיים אברהם אבינו את כל התורה כולה שלו. That Avraham Avinu and the Avot were actually fulfilling, they were keeping the Torah until our Sinai, until what we're giving to us. So the big question, how did he know the Torah if we received it on Har Sinai like 1,000 years after? But he said he fulfilled or he kept the Torah in the context of Vasita Yashar V'Tov B'nei Hashem, that you did the right thing in the eyes of Hashem. So not necessarily maybe he knew about the mitzvah Shemitah and etc., or all of these things, that what we have today, but he kept being a moral, a musar, is what it said here. As the Rav HaKadosh HaMagid Agadol Memezerich is telling us what Hillel replied to a ger, somebody wants to convert, and he asked him, please teach me the entire Torah on one leg. Which means, give me the executive summary. I don't have time to learn now the entire Torah. What's the most important? And he told him, whatever you hate, don't do it to your friend. And Rav HaKadosh Memezerich, he explained, what does it mean lechavercha, to your friend? So in Hebrew, right, and that's why the Torah doesn't have the vow, right? It have a ta'amim, but you don't see them, and it have vow and you don't see them. So lechavrecha, if you're just changing the vow, you can say lechabrecha, right? I explained you once that chavura is a group of people. Chabura, it's a bruise. So the Torah is not limited, and that's why you don't have the vow, so you can understand it in different ways. So when Hillel said, Mai desani alach lechavercha lo ta'avid, Rav HaKadosh Baruch Hu said lechabrecha, which means chibur, to connect, connecting. Chavercha is your friend, and lechabrecha, it's to connect, which means whatever is hated or preventing from you to connect to Hashem, don't do that. And that's the rule that he gave for the entire Torah and for the entire mitzvot. Anything that you think about that can separate you between you and Hashem, don't do that. Do the straight in the eyes of Hashem, the straight and the good. Only what Hashem loves, do that. And deep inside, if we don't know, we ask ourselves, should I do it or should not? Will my wife or whatever, my friend will love it when I'm doing it, yes or no? So this is what he told him. So this is the rule for all the mitzvot, aseh velo ta'aseh. And including in that, what you hate, don't do to your friend or don't do to anything that will separate you from Hashem. Even though that the midot, stingy, angry, pride, etc., they were not explained to us in the Torah, right? The Torah doesn't say there is no mitzvah not to be with gaiva, right? In the Torah, not to be kamtzan, stingy, right? There's nothing about that in the Torah. The Torah is teaching you about all the other mitzvot that we have, but not about the midot. He said why? Because they are included, vasita yashar ve'atov, that the good midot, they are good in the eyes of Hashem and bring a Jew closer to Hashem. But the bad midot, which is sani leitchabrutka, which is like preventing you for your connection to Hashem, there's, right? So he said, so, okay, bottom line, how a Jew will know what is good and straight in the eyes of Hashem? So he said, so the rule is that nishmat adam telamdenu, the soul of a person will teach him, because we have parts of the soul that is connected directly to Hashem, chelek eloka mimal, and he's teaching us to feel, right? I have a hunch, I have a gut feeling. I cannot explain, but this is how I feel, right? Most of the time, it's a right feeling. It's the gut feeling that we have, that intuition that we have. He said that's why, because we have a part of the soul which is connected directly to Hashem, and he's teaching us what is loved in the eyes of Hashem and what is hated by him. And this is what Avraham Avinu fulfilled the entire Torah until we're not giving, even without knowing all the mitzvot, because some of them were giving later on and some of them were changed, etc. Right? We're coming as we go. And by the judgment of the soul and the wisdom and the da'at, that a person will know, what is good in the eyes of Hashem. And that's including in soneh matanot tichyeh. A person should hate gift, free things, because receiving gift, which is supposed to be something in the Kedusha, etc., it's not a good thing. And therefore, the one that hates gift is beloved by Hashem. And therefore, Avraham Avinu wanted to buy it in money, even though they want to give it for free. And this is what the Torah is coming to teach us, that the root of Avraham fulfill or kept the Torah is by knowing what is good and straight in the eyes of Hashem. And that specifically relates to all the midot that bringing us to cleaving to Hashem. Not to be angry, to love Hashem, to accept everything. If somebody is criticizing us, then, although it's very annoying, is to remember that Hashem sent him as a messenger, so we shouldn't be upset of him. Hashem give us a message, but it's very difficult. And that's including in all the straight midot. And that's why Sefer Bereshit is called Sefer Yashar. And it is to acquire in full price and to hate gift, etc. And that's including in doing the right and the good in the eyes of Hashem. That's teaching us for the midot. So we started with why Avraham Avinu was acquiring the Ma'arat HaMachpelah for a few reasons. One, to show respect to Sara, that he's not using just a free gift, he's saving money. And because the land of Israel, if it's belonged to a non-Jew, then there is no Kedusha over there, so we need to get rid of the Tumah. And the second, it is part of the Torah that Avraham Avinu was keeping, and it's part of the midot, which is you shouldn't love free things. You need to pay for it, basically. Thank you for listening. And I had a sticker on my fridge that it says about the Ma'arat HaMachpelah, about Heaven of the area. I said, we paid for it. It belongs to us. We acquired it. That's it. And the Torah was mentioning it in full price, right? So it's ours. And as I remember, there was no return policy at the time.
Why did you have that sticker on your fridge?
Why not?
Think of some other ones. How about Shabbos is a day on, not a day off?
Oh, Baruch Hashem. Very good. Make a sticker like this. Or you saw it. You saw it somewhere?
It's on my fridge.
Okay, so make a sticker. Make a sticker. No, really, make a sticker. And I will put it on my fridge.
Magnets, you use magnets now, right?
Yeah, no, it's a magnet. Sorry, yeah, it's not a sticker. It's a sticker on a magnet, yeah.
Yeah, nobody uses stickers anymore.
It's a sticker on a magnet, yeah. Where is
Yeah.
it? It used to be here.
So two
Please.
questions.
Yeah.
Two questions. How do you acquire, like, I know we've mentioned this before when we were learning the transferring the fruit
Yeah.
to the coin, and then from the coin to the sugar. How do you do that?
You have a kavana.
I hereby transfer A to B.
Yes.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the easy question. The other question is all this land that's owned in Israel,
It's a problem.
it's a problem.
It's a big problem.
I'm gonna have to finish the sentence. You're recording now, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I didn't finish. Okay.